What's up, y'all? It's Dr. Paul with a CGC unboxing video for Liberty Hill Comics, where I share my passion and over 40 years experience comic book collecting, investing, and conservation with you. Frequent viewers of the channel know that I took the opportunity of attending the Collectors Summit in Dallas, Texas at Heritage Auctions to submit some comic books to CGC. Among the submissions were 4 books that I submitted to the high value tier. I received the high value tier slabs back in a little less than 1 month and revealed the grade of the first comic, which was a PGX crack press and resubmit of Tales to Astonish number 44, the first appearance of the Wasp. I put together a video series on the process, and if you want to check out that series and the very exciting, if very disappointing conclusion, click on the link in the upper right corner. That was a little traumatic to relive, but let's hope the rest of the books get some better results for me. I submitted 3 other high-value comics with the Tales to Astonish issue, and today we're going to see the unboxing of the other 3. If you want to watch my CGC drop-off video before watching this reveal, just follow the link in the upper right corner over to that video. Alright, that's more like it. Next up is this really nice copy of All-Star Comics 24 from my personal collection. If you watched my video series on my top 20 All-Star Comics, I showed this comic off and mentioned that I intended to get it graded by CGC. If you missed that video series and want to check it out, just follow the link in the upper right hand corner. I purchased this comic book raw years ago for about $350. If you watched my CGC submission video, you know I estimated this one in the 7.5 to 8.0 range. All this book required was a very gentle dry clean and press to prepare it for submission. I'm pleased as punch with the 8.0 here, and this is now a beautiful addition to my Golden Age All-Star Comics personal collection. All-Star Comics number 24 was published in the spring of 1945 and features a Hitler cover, the only issue of All-Star Comics to do so. It is also one of only 3 issues of All-Star Comics with the All-American Comics logo prior to the acquisition of All-American by the company we call DC Comics today. It's also the first issue of All-Star that features Wildcat on the cover. A nice minor key issue of All-Star that I'm thrilled came back at 8.0. There are 62 universal copies of All-Star Comics number 24 in the CGC census with a median grade of 5.0, so this really is a pretty rare book. This 8.0 is in the top 15th percentile, and there are only 7 graded higher in the CGC census. As far as fair market value for this comic, it's difficult to determine because it's such a rare and thinly traded book. There have been only 2 public sales in the last year of slabbed copies, the only one relevant to the value of our comic book being a 7.0 that sold on eBay for $1,280. Based on that sale and the scarcity in the marketplace, I'd place the fair market value of this 8.0 with off-white to white pages at between $1,500 and $1,800. This is the sort of book that isn't selling today because the few folks that own them are asking $2,500 for them, and they will likely get that once the collectibles market recovers, but today there are almost no sales at these higher grades. Let's see what's up next. Very nice! A 7.5 on any Golden Age book is outstanding. This is All-Star Comics issue number 28, and I purchased this copy raw from Lone Star Comics about a year ago. It may be familiar to regular viewers of the channel because I did an unboxing video when I received it and then featured it in my top 20 All-Star Comics video. In my unboxing video, I did a summary of the story and art and a market report. Follow the link in the upper right corner to watch the unboxing video for this comic if you want to see the detailed background on how I acquired it. This is another book for my personal All-Star collection, and my goal of completing this series in mid to high grade is progressing very nicely. There are 50 universal copies of All-Star Comics number 28 in the CGC census, with a median grade of a relatively high 6.5. So this 7.5 is in the top 40th percentile. No relevant sales in the last year, but in 2022 the Promise Collection copy came to auction in the same grade and sold for just under $1,000. So I'd place the fair market value of this copy just under $1,000 in today's down market. That said, I'm really happy with the outcome here. I purchased this book from Lone Star Comics as a raw fine for $590 plus shipping and taxes, and all it needed was a really simple dry clean and press. Slabbing fees plus shipping back to me from CGC were right around $90, so I'm still in great shape here. This is not a book I'm trying to flip, it's for my personal collection, but I can easily break even on this book today even after seller's fees, and when the comic book market recovers, there's some profit to be made on this one, which isn't something most folks can say about their hobbies. A little investment in capital and my time gave me an equity bump from raw 6.0 to slabbed 7.5, which is a great outcome for my collection. Let's see what's up next. Nice! The last book in this submission was a really clean copy of Edge of Spider-Verse number 2, the first appearance of Spider-Gwen, that I cleaned and pressed for friend of the channel Tony Franklin. He purchased this comic for cover price from our LCS, and I worked my clean and press magic on it, and I knew we had a pretty good shot at a 9.8, but it always feels great when they come back the way you expect them to. There are over 7,000 universal copies of this modern key in the CGC census with a median grade of 9.8. Although supply is high, there's a lot of demand for this book. Fair market value today is just over $1,000 with an incredible range of $750 to $1,695 in the last 12 months. High water mark for this book was $2,500 during the pandemic. I'm sure Tony will be pleased with the return on his $3.99 purchase. That wraps up this video. I hope you enjoyed this CGC unboxing. It was super exciting for me. We did pretty good with our grade estimates and had no surprises here other than mild upside surprises on the All-Star issues, which is always nice. CGC still has our vintage comics submission with our conserved copy of America's Best Comics number 12 with the Alex Schomburg cover from World War II, and our first appearance of Wolverine in Hulk 180 clean and press submission, as well as our reholder submission with the Strange Tales number 110 in 6.0 and 3 Golden Age pedigree books. I'll be doing unboxings for both of those submissions, so keep an eye out for them in the near future. I'll also be doing a survey on my Liberty Hill Comics community page so you can guess whether we get restored or conserved grade on this copy of America's Best Comics number 12 from 1945. Remember, we purchased this as a 1.5 restored comic and did an entire conservation series of videos in hopes of improving both the comic book and our equity. It should be interesting to see how CGC judged it. If you enjoyed this video, please hit the like button and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Until next time, take care of one another.